Hello friends, welcome to the next video lecture as far as heat transfer course is concerned. Up till now in the last video lecture what we have studied, we have gone for uses of the electrical analogy as far as how we can solve the thermal circuits are concerned. मतलब जो इलेक्ट्रिकल एनालॉजी है, जैसे हम इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट सॉल्व करते हैं उसका ही यूटिलाइजेशन करके हम थर्मल सर्किट्स कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। वहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट्स में कैसे हम सीरीज कनेक्शन सॉल्व करते हैं, कैसे हम पैरेलल कनेक्शन सॉल्व करते हैं। Similarly, how we can prepare the series thermal circuits as well as parallel thermal circuits and how we can solve those in order to reach up to the final conclusion. In the today's lecture, we are going to derive the very basic equation as far as conduction heat transfer is concerned. That is nothing but general heat conduction equation in the Cartesian coordinates. Okay. For that, what we have considered as similar to our last lecture only, we have considered one plane wall which is having thickness here, whose one face is at temperature T1 and another face is at temperature T2. Okay, and here as the temperature T1 is greater than T2, heat is transferred from this face which is at temperature T1 towards this face which is at temperature T2. Now we are knowing that actually directly we cannot calculate how much is the net quantity which is transferred through this plane. In order to calculate it, what we have to do, we have to derive that general heat conduction equation and we can make utilization of it, or we can convert that general heat conduction equation into different forms and easily we can calculate how much is the quantity of heat to be transferred across this circuit or across this plane wall, or also we can calculate how much is temperature at this phase, how much is the temperature at this phase, how much is the value of thermal conductivity of that material, how much is the thickness of that material. All the necessary things easily we can calculate if I will reach up to this general heat conduction equation in different forms. For that, what we have to do, we have considered here a small element or small volume element which is at a thickness of x, which is at a distance of x having thickness dx, and same volume element on exaggerated scale I have prepared here. Now let us write down all the dimensions of these small volume elements. This is nothing but the thickness in x direction, that is dx. This is nothing but thickness in y direction, it is called as a dy, and this is nothing but thickness in z direction and it is called as a dz. Okay. Now to this volume element, how much amount of energy we have supplied, that also we will write down here. In x direction, let us say that qx amount of heat is supplied, and from this phase qx plus how much is the thickness in x direction, that is x plus dx. Similarly, qy amount of heat is supplied, okay, in y direction, and from this phase q y plus dy amount of heat will be rejected. Similarly, in z direction, qz amount of heat is supplied, and here qz plus dz amount of heat will be rejected. Now here, what we are going to do, we are going to use the energy balance equation. Okay, मतलब how much कितनी एनर्जी अंदर आई है और कितनी एनर्जी बाहर गई है, वो दोनों इक्वल होना चाहिए. फॉर दैट लेट अस से दैट यहाँ पे क्या किया है हमने, ये जो पूरा एलिमेंट है इसमें जो भी हीट एक्युमुलेट होगी, फॉर दैट एक्युमुलेशन ऑफ हीट वी आर गोइंग टू कॉल एज ए. As a result of accumulation of that heat, some amount of heat will be generated and that we are going to call as a D. Okay, यहाँ पे कितनी accumulate हुई है plus कितनी generate हुई है, that should be equal to how much energy is stored inside that volume element. I will repeat it once again. A क्या है, हाँ, जैसे हमने Qx सप्लाई की है, Qy, Qz, then कितनी बाहर निकली है, okay? And as a result of that, कितनी heat accumulate हुई है in this volume element, that is part A. Okay, what is part B? As a result of accumulation of that heat, कितनी heat generate हुई है, that is nothing but B. Okay, and ये दोनों मिला के accumulate कितनी हुई है और generate कितनी हुई है, it should not be or it should be equal to वहाँ पे कितनी energy store हुई है इस element में. Okay. Now let us calculate separately A, B and C. First we will calculate A. Now what is A? How much heat is accumulated inside this volume element? आपको क्या लगता है QX सप्लाई की है x डायरेक्शन में और बाहर कितनी निकली है QX plus DX, मतलब इन दोनों में जो भी डिफरेंस रहेगा उतनी ही इसके अंदर एक्युमुलेट हुई है। QX अंदर आ रही है और QX plus DX बाहर निकल रही है। इन दोनों का जो भी डिफरेंस रहेगा उतनी हीट एक्युमुलेट होगी x डायरेक्शन में। लेकिन यहाँ पे खाली एक ही डायरेक्शन है क्या? तीन डायरेक्शंस हैं, मतलब y डायरेक्शन भी है और z डायरेक्शन भी है। मतलब हमें क्या करना होगा, y डायरेक्शन में कितनी एक्युमुलेट हुई है, अगर दैट वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट, कैसे कर सकते हैं, qy और qy plus dy, इनमें जो भी डिफरेंस रहेगा उतनी y डायरेक्शन में एक्युमुलेट हुई है। सिमिलरली z डायरेक्शन में कितनी एक्युमुलेट हुई है वो कैसे कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं? z डायरेक्शन में qz दी है और वहां से qz plus dz बाहर निकल रही है, दोनों में जितना डिफरेंस रहेगा दैट इज नथिंग बट heat accumulated in z direction. For simplification I will write that calculation of A is nothing but dq dash of x plus dq dash of y plus dq dash of z. Okay, where what is dq dash of x? Okay, dq dash of x क्या है? तो वो है q dash of x minus q dash of x plus dx. ओके, तो ये जो q dash of x है, q dash of x plus dx है, वो वैल्यूज हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Let us go on simplification. q dash of x minus into bracket. अभी ये q dash of x plus dx मतलब क्या है? पहले q dash of x कितनी है प्लस dou upon dou x into q dash of x over the thickness dx. Okay, and over the thickness dx. Go on simplification. What I will get after simplification? This plus q dash of x will get cancelled with this minus q dash of x. So finally what I will get, and multiply this negative sign inside the bracket, dou upon dou x of q dash of x into dx. Okay, now go on simplification. Dou upon dou x of, अब ये q dash of x हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? कैसे लिख सकते हैं? q dash of x from Fourier's law of heat conduction I can write minus k into a. a कौन सा होता है? area normal to heat transfer direction. तो in this case which is the area normal to heat transfer direction, जो भी आपको फेस A B C D दिख रहा है that is nothing but the area which is normal to heat transfer direction. तो वो कितना आएगा कर लीजिए, ये क्या है dz है और ये क्या है dy है, तो हम क्या बोल सकते हैं dy dz that is nothing but area into minus k into a into dt upon dx, or we can call it as we have considered a partial volume element or small volume element, I have to write dou t upon dou x over the time period dt. Okay, now go on putting this value of q dash of x in this equation. What I will get? Minus k into dy dz into dou t upon dou x. Okay, into dt over the thickness dx. अब ये क्या है कि टोटल डेरिवेटिव्स है that I can take out from the partial derivatives. This minus and this minus will become plus. I can write dou by dou x, and here instead of writing only k, I will write it as a thermal conductivity in x direction. So here it will become kx. I can write dou by dou x of kx into dou t upon dou x, and outside the bracket dx dy dz dt. Okay, this is nothing but more value of dq dash of x. Similarly, here how we can write how much is the value of heat which is supplied in y direction. But I can write here d q dash of y is equal to minus k into minus ky thermal conductivity in y direction. अब y डायरेक्शन में सप्लाई होने वाला है, मतलब क्या है, ये जो फेस है ये आपको जो दिख रहा है, that face means what I have to consider dx and dz. Here what I will get area as dx and dz, here dou t on dou y over the time period dt. Similarly, q dash of z is equal to minus k z into, अब z डायरेक्शन में जो सप्लाई हो रहा है मतलब कौन सा रहेगा, dx dy into dou t upon dou z over the time period dt. Now let us call this as equation number capital Roman 1, and here this as equation number 1. Now similarly this we have written, okay, for x direction dq dash of x. Similarly, how we can write dq dash of y? Let's just have a look at this equation. What I will get, dou upon dou y into bracket ky into dou t upon dou y, and outside the bracket dx dy dz and dt. Let us call this as equation number 2. Similarly, for z direction, what we can write? I can write dq dash of z is equal to dou upon dou z into bracket kz into dou t upon dou z outside the bracket dx dy dz over the time period dt. Write it as equation number 3. Okay. Now just have a look at equation number 1, 2 and 3. If I will add this equation number 1, 2 and 3, I will get the value of part A. Okay. Now we will calculate the value of part B, or I will write here calculation of B. How we can calculate the value of B? B is nothing but what? How much, as a result of accumulation of heat, how much heat will be generated inside this element, and that we can write Q dash of G is equal to Qg is nothing but what? The unit of heat generation by the unit volume, that is nothing but the small qg, of total thickness dy dz dt over the time period dx dy dz and over the time period dt. Let us call this as equation number 4. Now how we can calculate the final, that is nothing but calculation of C. Now how we can calculate the C? C is nothing but what? Net amount of heat energy which is stored inside this element, that we can calculate as m into Cp into delta T. Now we are knowing that the definition of density as mass per unit volume, how we can write this mass? Therefore mass is equal to density into volume. Let us go on simplification. Here what I will get? Density into volume is that volume element dx dy dz, okay, into C, and temperature difference, what I can write? Dou capital T upon dou small t over the time period dt. Let us call this as the equation number 5. Now if you will have a look at equation number 4, we can get the value of B, and if you can have a look at equation number 5, you can get the value of C. Now we will go on putting the values of A, B and C in equation number Roman 1. Therefore what I will get? Go on writing the values. First of all, what I can write? Dou upon dou x into bracket kx into dou t upon dou x Now have a look at equation number 1, 2 and 3. Which terms are common? Dx dy dz dt, dx dy dz dt, dx dy dz dt. That I will take common. Plus, what I can write? Dou upon dou y into bracket ky into dou t upon dou y. Okay? Plus dou upon dou z into bracket kz into dou t upon dou z. Okay? This whole thing multiplied by dx, dy, dz, dt. This is nothing but what? Our part A. Plus, what is part B? Let us have a look at equation number 4. What we can write? Qg into dx, dy, dz, dt. And that is equal to C. C is nothing but what? Equation number 5. What I can write here? Rho into dx, dy, dz, dt, okay, into C into dou capital T upon dou small t. Now if you have a close look at this A, B and C, this dx, dy, dz, dt is common and that we can cancel out. So finally, what I will need? I will get dou on dou x into bracket kx into dou t upon dou x plus dou upon dou y into bracket ky into dou t upon dou y plus dou upon dou z into bracket kz into dou t upon dou z. Okay, this dx dy dz dt we have cancelled, plus qg, that is equal to rho into c into dou capital T upon dou small t. Okay, up to this equation I think so everybody might be clear. This is nothing but the general heat conduction equation. Now different forms are there as far as this is general heat conduction equations are concerned. Here we are going to use the vector operator. What we are going to do? We are going to use the vector operator, and as a result of that I can write del into bracket k into del t plus qg is equal to rho into c into dou capital T upon dou small t. This is nothing but what? General heat conduction equation in Cartesian coordinates. Okay, that's it as far as this video lecture is concerned. In next video lecture, what we are going to do, we are going to derive this general heat conduction equation in a different forms.